Hello everyone, welcome back to our weekly market analysis video with me, Frankie, your market analyst at Markets For You. In today's video, we'll be looking at the key economic events and data releases from October 20th to October 24th, 2025. I've already set up my screen to display the economic calendar from the traders room at Markets For You. I've set the dates from October 20th to October 24th, covering this week's important events in GMT. Please remember to adjust to your respective time zones. Please take note that U.S. government data may be impacted by the shutdown. Tentative events are subject to delay, revision, or cancellation, so please monitor the calendar closely for any updates. Let's dive into this week's events. Monday starts with German PPI data and Canadian PPI figures. Tuesday brings Canadian inflation data, which will be closely watched for monetary policy implications, along with Japanese trade balance figures. Wednesday features UK inflation data, including both headline and core inflation rates. Thursday includes Canadian retail sales figures, US existing home sales data, Australian PMI flash readings, and Japanese inflation figures. Friday concludes with a packed day featuring Japanese PMI data, UK retail sales, German manufacturing PMI, UK services and manufacturing PMI readings, and the crucial US inflation figures. We'll also see US PMI flash data and US new home sales. This week's key market-moving events will be the Canadian inflation data on Tuesday, UK inflation data on Wednesday, and the US inflation figures on Friday. These releases should create significant opportunities across major pairs. Now, let's go to the technical analysis. This week, we'll focus on the US dollar against the Japanese yen and the British pound against the US dollar, as both instruments face significant data releases in the coming days. Let's start with the US dollar against the Japanese yen. Looking at the daily chart, the dollar-yen pair is currently trading around 150.59, showing signs of weakness after recent downward movement. The price has been moving lower from above and is currently around the 20-day moving average. A notable feature is the lower long wick that formed on Friday, showing there's a possibility of potential rejection at current levels. Looking at important levels, the US dollar against the Japanese yen has support at 149.46 and 147.84, while resistance can be found at 151.68 and 153.28. The stochastic oscillator is currently moving inside the oversold area, suggesting potential for a bounce from current levels if buyers step in. Thursday's Japanese inflation data will be closely watched, as any surprise in the figures could trigger significant movement. The 149.46 support level will be particularly important to monitor, as a break below could accelerate downside movement toward 147.84. Now, let's turn to the British pound against the US dollar. On the daily chart, the pound-dollar pair is currently trading around 1.3416, showing bullish momentum as the price has been moving higher from above and is currently consolidating around the 20-day moving average. This consolidation phase suggests the market is gathering strength for the next potential move. Looking at key levels, the British pound against the US dollar has support at 1.3317 and 1.3198, while resistance stands at 1.3523 and 1.3649. The stochastic oscillator is moving higher and trying to enter the overbought area, indicating strong bullish momentum in the short term. Wednesday's UK inflation figures will be crucial for this pair. If inflation comes in higher than expected, it could provide the catalyst for a break above the 1.3523 resistance level, potentially opening the path toward 1.3649. Friday's UK retail sales data could provide additional movement for the pound. Both instruments could see considerable volatility this week. Traders should be particularly cautious during the major inflation releases on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, as these events can cause sudden spikes in volatility and potential gap risks. Remember, always manage your risk carefully and never invest more than you can afford to lose. That's it for this week's analysis. See you in the next video.